As always, starting from the bottom, working up to the top, the last place finisher in this division, coincidentally, is Chris's Atlanta Falcons. Last year, they finished 4-12. This year, I had the Falcons finishing 7-10. So modest improvement, obviously new coach in town, traded away Julio Jones, which is one of the big names in the offseason. Overall, this team, I think they're just middle of the pack right now. I don't think they're doing anything truly exceptional. I love Matt Ryan to death, but I just can't see them as a playoff team this year.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine them as a playoff team. Could they take that leap? Yes, they could. I'll tell you why they could. We'll start off there. They could because Carolina probably didn't get all that much better. I understand Christian McCaffrey's coming back, yes, but they're still probably not going to be a very good football team. They're not going to make the playoffs, right? They're going to be battling for the cellar in this division. We know Tampa's winning the division. We know that. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. We're talking about a wild card spot here, okay? They did expand the NFL playoffs, so there is an added wild card in each conference. So there is a bit of a bigger window for the Falcons. I do expect them to finish second in this division. I don't expect them to make the playoffs, but I do expect them to finish second. Drew Brees no longer with the Saints. I don't trust Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston to lead them to very many wins. I do think the Falcons, even though they lost Julio Jones, I do think that Kyle Pitts is going to be, look, he is the greatest tight end prospect we've ever seen. Like, we've seen guys from a physical standpoint come out and sort of, be a little compared to him. Even Jacob Harris this year, who went in the fifth round, I believe, by the Rams, physically compares to Kyle Pitts. Noah Fant physically compares to Kyle Pitts. Vernon Davis from yesteryear compares to Kyle Pitts. But on the field and putting it all together, we have never in the history of the NFL seen a tight end prospect with the ceiling and the ability and the all-around skill set and talent of Kyle Pitts. So this is a next generational type of player, and I think he's going to be an instant impact player from day one. I think we've seen the learning curve for rookies at tight end be a problem. This isn't just your Max Williams, Hayden Hurst type of first round tight end. This is a totally different animal and a totally different beast than we're talking about with Kyle Pitts. I don't think it's going to take him long at all to be an instant impact player. I think in the first preseason game, we're going to see Kyle Pitts do some special stuff. So I think that's going to help kind of take off the blow from losing Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley, obviously, one of the best arguably the best young running back, or best young wide receiver, I should say, in the NFL. And look, Matt Ryan, say what you want about him, but he's been a pretty reliable starter as well. He's been a high-end starter. He's a very good quarterback. The problem, I think, is going to be that offensive line. They're going to have to be able to run block for Mike Davis and Kadri Ollison. They're going to have to pass block for Matt Ryan. We'll see how that shapes up. That's going to be the key. And obviously the defense as well. Now, the good thing for the Falcons defense is that defensive coordinator Dean Pease came out of retirement. That is huge. From a real-life standpoint, that is huge for the Falcons. So he should at least, this defense, it's good. They're going to be better than they were last year. It's hard to be worse. They're going to be improved. How improved? That's going to be the question mark here. I do think they are going to be a better defense. They're going to tighten it up a little bit. It's still probably not going to be all that good, but they've got to try to generate some pass rush as well. That has been a problem since the John Abraham days. They just haven't been able to do that outside of the Super Bowl season with Vic Beasley, and obviously that was a one-year wonder. So I like the Falcons this year to be in sort of 6, 7, 8 win range, but I don't think they're getting a wild card spot, but I do believe that they finish second in this division.
Here's what I do think is something looking on the bright side for the Falcons. The last couple of years, they've been troubled by a terrible start to the season. Looking at their early schedule this year, they faced 3 NFC East teams, faced the Jets. They just have one tough game against Tampa. So they have an opportunity to get off to a hot start. And if they can do that, that may set up them well for the rest of the season.